Graham. Tensions are rising along Ukraine's border with Russia. In recent days, hundreds of pro-Russian protesters have captured key government buildings in eastern Ukraine. They're demanding closer ties with Moscow. But the U.S. is worried Russia is staging the unrest so it can launch an invasion. George Thomas has more on this latest flare-up.
This map shows the extent of the pro-Russian demonstrations, and they are spreading across eastern Ukraine. The United States is accusing Russia of fueling the protests to justify a possible military intervention.
It is clear that Russian special forces and agents have been the catalyst behind the chaos.
Tens of thousands of Russian troops are less than 20 miles from the border. NATO says any intervention would be a historic mistake. One top NATO general predicts it would take the Russians 3 to 5 days to carry out an invasion. Meanwhile, hundreds of masked men with metal rods and Molotov cocktails remain in full control of the main government building in Donetsk, demanding closer ties with Russia.
The next step is we are going to announce a referendum that is going to take place between now and at the latest May 11th.
Like Crimea, the south and eastern parts of Ukraine hold a significant majority of ethnic Russians. Many of them would like nothing better than to be part of Russia's orbit. Moscow is considering passing a law that would make it easier for Russian foreigners living in former Russian or USSR territories to get Russian citizenship. The U.S. says additional sanctions on Russia's energy, banking, and mining sectors could be next if Moscow does not back down. Some lawmakers, including Arizona Senator John McCain, want Washington to send military aid to Ukraine. In a statement, McCain wrote, "By withholding military assistance, the administration may think it is reducing the risk of further conflict. In fact, the opposite may be true. The decision will appear to Putin as yet another sign of weakness, which may only invite further aggression." Meanwhile, lawmakers in Ukraine's weak transitional government are struggling to cope with the unfolding crisis. They broke out into violent fistfights late Tuesday as members of parliament were debating how to deal with the Russian threat. George Thomas, CBN News.